there are more dentists than ever on the journey to reduce insurance dependence. More dentists than ever. In what once was kind of a fringe community out here, there were just a few that it was kind of seen as not very possible, is now growing geometrically. There are many, many, many dentists in all 50 states, in all kinds of locational environments that are taking, are following the journey to reduce insurance dependence, because they realize that is their pathway to developing a thriving practice. So lesson number one, more dentists than ever on the journey. Naren, you're next.
Thank you, Gary. I totally agree. We have 1,250 members for the RIDA Academy, RID.academy. If you're not a member yet, hey, sign up. There's so many events, so many different things happening throughout the year, literally every month, that you would benefit from. The next one I noticed, and I think many who were there would agree with me, is that these dentists are taking action, which I think is a huge shift compared to, let's say, 2 years ago. For example, they're attending all kinds of educational events that RIDA puts on or other people are putting on about this whole mess of insurance and how to get out of it. They are dropping their first plan. They are memorizing Gary's 6 steps to reducing insurance dependence.
They're adding a in-office membership plan.
They're adding an in-office membership plan.
Yeah, they're taking specific action to move down the path to be able to do this successfully. They're doing the preparation. Lesson number 3, the current economic situation is causing many dentists to, when I talk about the current economic conditions, I mean the inflationary cycle that we're in, where costs are going up dramatically. The costs are going up geometrically, especially wages, are having more dentists look at this and say, is it viable to have a successful practice, have a thriving practice, when my costs are going up geometrically, and yet the fees I'm getting for PPO plans are actually going down? So a shorthand way of saying lesson number 3 is that more dentists are realizing that the current economic conditions does not make being a network viable. Naren, you're on number 4. Go ahead.
Thank you, Gary. The 4th realization, I think it's like an aha moment, and many, many, many dentists, hundreds of them are coming to this realization, is that they don't need to be dependent on PPO plans anymore to get new patients. They could get them from Google instead. Like, even the PPO patients are still going to Google first to see what this dentist is all about, to read the reviews. So they're like, why am I giving 40% as a quote unquote marketing fee because these PPO plans are sending me patients? Why don't I get them directly from Google so I don't need the PPO plans? I can kick them to the curb. So that's a huge realization most of them are coming to.
Yeah, I would phrase that a little bit differently. I would say that marketing has become even more important for dentists, and dentists are realizing that strategically, much better to get my patients from Google than it would be to get them from Delta, for sure. So a comment, as a listener to the Less Insurance Dependence podcast, you have access to schedule a marketing strategy meeting with Equa. That's lid.com, or excuse me, that's Equa. We have so many URLs, I have to remember those. It's Equa, ekwa.com/MSM. Let me repeat that. ekwa.com/MSM, marketing strategy meeting. And in that meeting, you'll learn how you can successfully replace PPO plans with Delta or with Google as your source of new patients. You'll spend a small fraction of what you were spending in the form of your insurance adjustments, and get a much more reliable, affordable source of new patients.